Penalty flag will nullify the snap of the football. While we unsort that, are you thinking about switching your car insurance to one of those companies offering only cut rates? What about the things you don't hear about, like personal service and peace of mind? State Farm agent Dave Wilson of Sidney offers qualified new policyholders up to a 20% discount off the already affordable State Farm rates. Now you can enjoy a discount rate plus the personal service you'd expect from the world's leading car insurer. Visit Dave Wilson on North Wapak Road in Sidney. Ask for details on the State Farm Auto Discount Program. 2nd and 12 with the 5-yard penalty on Academy. Smith takes the football outside. Badgett and Judy will stop him as he gets to the 45-yard line. This will be 3rd down 6 on the gain of 6. 9:23 to play. Lehman up 24-7. 3 touchdowns, 3 conversions, and a field goal for Lehman. The field goal right before the half gave Lehman an important 10-point cushion. At 17-7, their most recent bit of insurance has added to the margin. Underthrown pass, Shackner back to defend. Good job as he was working against Danny Laval.
I would assume they're going to play here and nothing to lose.
Yeah, you about got to. 4th and 6. They've got to make something happen with being behind by 3 scores. And 2 of them would have to be touchdowns. But Academy will take time out as they face 4th down. For all of your electrical and industrial product needs, see your friends at Dickman Supply. With a modern facility on St. Mary's Avenue just south of Lehman, they're ready to serve from a vast inventory. They're the region's only full-line distributor of Cutler Hammer and Cooper Lighting products. And they're now stocking all types of tools, including industry leaders like Klein, Crescent, and Lufkin. If you're presently remodeling or building, visit their Greenville store's lighting fixture showroom on Wayne Avenue. Their 3rd branch in Salina is fully operational at 910 Warwick Drive. At Dickman Supply, Tim Geisey and the staff are proud of the long-standing tradition of sponsoring local high school athletics. Join them in supporting the youth of our communities. More of our sponsors this evening on Channel 12 are the First National Bank of New Bremen, Sidney, Bodkins, and Wapak, Holiday Inn of Sidney and Holiday Inn Express of Troy and Huber Heights, Ernst Sporting Goods of Sidney, Piqua, Minster, and Versailles, Dave Wilson State Farm Insurance, Freshway Foods, Super Subbies, subs, salads, and chili, Myers Garage and Drive-Thru Carryout in Newport, and Mutual Federal Savings and Loan Association of Sidney, Anna, and Jackson Center. 4th and 6. Dunn will bring the troops to the line. Rolls out to throw, got company, throws it back, that's up for the pickin'. Henson got it at the 44. He'll come all the way back for a Lehman touchdown. No penalty flags, 44-yard touchdown. Joel Henson on the interception. Boy, you knew when that ball was thrown back against the grain and way up in the air that was an available opportunity for a pickoff and an advancement. 30-7 Lehman. They won 7 games in the regular season, and this one is very, very impressive. I was not at the CJ game, so I can't vouch for everything that occurred there, except to say with the dramatic comeback at the end that truly had to be special. But this, with the playoff atmosphere and everything, is just a wonderful night for Lehman, and a lot of people from around the area are able to be here. Dembski to hold for Sager. Point number 31 is perfect. 31 Lehman, 7 Columbus Academy. Lehman will play for week 12. You know, it pays to belong to AAA and to use their travel agency services, which are also open to non-members. Escorted tours are always on the docket, and you can still look forward to pre-Christmas trips to Chicago and Nashville, along with Columbus for the Oak Ridge boys. Yes, it's all at AAA Shelby County, also including Travel to Paradise on Wapak Road in Sidney.
Dave, we covered Lehman at the start of the season, and Joel Henson picked off a couple of passes in those early first weeks, and here tonight in week number 11, he accentuates the positive tonight for Lehman with a interception again, takes it 44 yards for Lehman's 30th and 31 points on the kick, and Lehman leads 31-7 here tonight, and it's one of those scores that will reflect the domination. Lehman has dominated this game since the opening quarter.
Sometimes you look at a score that doesn't tie in with what you've witnessed. Right now, we're looking at a score that is right on the money.
And if you think Lehman might do a little substituting, or at least maybe get some other people in the ball game, and if they should score a couple of touchdowns, it might change. But right now, pretty good effort by the team.
Knuckler that will hit at the 15. It's touched. That's out of bounds right there. That's the way, boy, Jones was straddling the out of bounds line. He touched the football in bounds, and right there when he touched it, he was straddling. It's 1st and 10 at the 12.
Yeah, you'd have to think other teams have done this type of kicking to Academy. You wouldn't want to kick straight up to them, and they've not handled this very well at all.
No, you're correct, Mike. 8:47 left. The Cavs will wait for a result tonight from Wheelersburg as Wheelersburg met Reading. Might have to have a satellite to get a result from there. I don't know.
Hey, they do have electricity.
I know. There's also a lot of tobacco curing in the barns. I was down there last week. There's Dunn carrying the football ahead for about 8 yards. Nice job breaking a couple of tackles. Elko and Judy will make the play for Lehman. This will be 2nd down, 2 yards to go. By the snap of the football, there will be just over 8 minutes to play.
Second down.
You know, reflecting on that fake punt that didn't work, maybe that for Lehman just reflected the air of confidence that they have in everything they're doing this evening. Looking back on it, they've done a lot of things well. Penalty flag as they run the football straight ahead, apparently for 1st down yardage. Bub will have to get a ruling with 8 minutes to play. It's illegal motion against Academy, so 2nd and 1 will become 2nd and 6.
Hey, you look at that first quarter, Lehman had a couple of penalties, unable to successfully convert that 4th down fake punt. But other than that, they've done everything they've had to do to win this football game tonight and put themselves in a position to play in week 12.
The OHSAA will make the site announcements on Sunday. Teams in this division will know tonight who they'll play. Dunn wants to throw, unloads over the middle. That was behind the target, but a good job hauling in the football. That's Gundy Lane, number 3. Did a nice job adjusting to the football and hauling that one in at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10.
First and 10 for the Vikings on their own 27.
Fresh set of downs as we look straight down the line of scrimmage. Unloaded. Elko picked it off. Elko, nice job stripping that football away from the receiver. Made the catch and advanced it, and here come the Cavaliers once again.
The break on the ball made that one go. He moved right to the football, and picked off is a good word. He robbed the receiver of that football, and Cavaliers threatening again to score here in this 4th quarter with 7:27 left.
Football at the 22-yard line, now declared ready for play. Some of the fans who were only interested in seeing who the winner would be tonight are exiting. They know who that is. There's a look straight down the line at Dembski and company. He'll hand it this way. Hewitt cuts back to the middle for a couple of tough yards. Brought down by Smith and also Jones. That sounds like a likely scenario. 7:14 to play. We will be inside the 7-minute mark at the time of the snap.
Second down, 8.
By the way, Elko, a sophomore for Lehman.
You've got to like that. Pro set for Lehman. Dembski with the eye. We'd look for a handoff here. And we get it with Badgett straight ahead. He'll get to the 15-yard line. Drew Johnson, 15, a primary tackler. This will set up third down, and we'll call it 4.
Danny Green helping him out.
At the snap, there will be about 6 minutes to play. If you take away the first 11 minutes of this ball game, this has been all Lehman.
Lehman milking the clock. You see Dembski looking to the sideline. They're running the play
Exactly.
clock down.
Tom Walters giving him the sign as to when it's time to put that ball in motion. That's a great idea. Here's Hewitt down to the 10, the 5. They're in again. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Cavalier touchdown.
Boy, this has just turned into a picnic. .55 to play. Sager is on for his 5th extra point of the night to go with a field goal.
That carry Hewitt now almost at 180 yards unofficially on 21 carries.
Dembski will hold at the 10-yard line. 20-yard PAT kick. This is a bit of a line drive, and it heads left.
The extra point is no good.
No good.
5:55
Score
remaining
Lehman
in the
37
fourth
and Columbus Academy 7. The holidays are just around the corner, and now's the time to shop for quality home furnishings and great gift ideas during Goffney Furniture's pre-holiday sale. An enormous selection of top brands awaits you, all displayed in galleries so you can see how the various pieces will fit into your home. You'll find special savings store-wide, and you can use Goffney's free 6 months no financing on qualified purchases. Goffney Furniture, a mile and a half west of I-75, exit 92, State Route 47 in Sydney. Shelby Landscaping at Russell and 29 south of Lehman and Sydney, ready to tackle your new projects and renovations, even around pools, patios, and decks. They also specialize in vinyl and chain link fencing. Visit Shelby Landscaping's extensive garden center. Fall is a great time to plant trees from their great selection. That's our good friends, Keith Goins and everybody at Shelby Landscaping at Russell and 29 in Sydney.
Mentioned Wheelersburg, Dave. 6-4 record doesn't jump out at you. That means they've had some good opponents, I'm sure. Reading 8-2 of Cincinnati area.
One more kickoff from Sager. Knuckler down the middle will hit at the 23. It will roll past the receiver, Newhoff. He'll pick it up at the 9 where his knee hit. And that's where Academy will go with 5:53 to play and on the short end by 30 points. Been a very sportsmanlike game tonight. We've seen a lot of evidence of that, and also a football game that's very much been dominated by the Lehman Cavaliers.
Well, a team in the Academy 9-1, I'm sure they didn't expect to be handled this way. And when you go up 7-0, you know at 9-1 you're good. And as they look at that scoreboard now and see 37-7, I'm sure they're trying to figure out what hit them.
And Mike, their only loss was to Washington Courthouse, 27-23, a team that's undefeated heading into this weekend.
Yeah, obviously that 7 points would represent, I'm sure, if not a season low, probably a season low.
They'll run a double handoff right back at us. Pretty good yardage. Football into the open field. Let's double check. That'll be 15. Drew Johnson gets it out to the 31, so he'll pick up 22 yards. Sager on the stop for Lehman. It'll be first down Academy at the 31.
First and 10 for the Vikings on the 31.
Johnson goes in motion to the left. Dunn rolls out. Steps up, gets past Bates, runs into Barhorst and also Adam Cisco. Mike?
Yeah, Dave, 17 points. They won 17-7 over Columbus Bexley in week number 4. That's the least amount of points they scored. And we're talking 49, 64, 35, 49. They've scored some points.
Oh, they sure have. Yeah, on a first glance, it would look like these guys are averaging in the 40s. There's a 23, a 17, another 23, and a 35 to drag it down. But you get healthy when you get 70 and 64. This is Smith going wide, trying to get to the first down marker. Looks to be just short of it with 4:39 to play. Yeah, this is, well, the headline in the Sydney paper on Thursday, Mike, we're looking at it right now. Cavs and Academy match potent offenses. Well, it's obvious what the outcome of that has been.
One of them had the flu tonight.
Yeah. Third down and very short, football just over the 40-yard line. Slightly over 4 minutes to play. Motion this way with Jones. They'll hand to Smith straight ahead. First down and then some to the 45-yard line. Cisco and Bates will make the stop for Lehman. Fresh set of downs this time for the visitors from Franklin County. Penalties, they were a problem in the game earlier. They have been very sporadic ever since.
We're probably going to get an unsportsmanlike call here after that play ensued.
There we go. Unsportsmanlike against Lehman.
To be honest with you, a Lehman player got knocked down pretty close to after the whistle was had blown, and he got up looking around like, aren't you going to call that? And I think he may have exercised his voice option a little bit too vehemently.
Okay. Football advances to the 40 on Lehman's half of the field. First and 10 Academy as they're down by 30. 4 minutes to play. Cavaliers will take a timeout. Rick Schackner will go out to talk to his defense. As we will salute more of our sponsors who will join us for another week of football. Next Saturday morning, 9 a.m., venue to be announced. On Sunday against either Wheelersburg, the 2-seed, or Reading, number 7. We thank Emerson Wagner Realty, Errol Brown and Vance Stewart of Edward Jones and Company, Area Energy and Electric with Verizon Wireless, North Dixie drive-through carryout, Spot Restaurant and Catering, Heinfeld Insurance Agency, First Star Bank, Dickman Supply Company of Sidney, Greenville, and Salina, Sidney Shelby County YMCA, Doctors Urbank, Boslett, and Justice of Sidney Family Medicine, Shelby County Collectibles, Mark Knupp Muffler and Tire in Piqua, Tooling Technology of Fort Loramie, Ratterman Custom Home Builders, Shelby Landscaping, and Salmon Electric. First and 10 Academy, down 37-7. Dunn will pitch to the corner. Jones cuts it inside, gets to the 36. Schackner, Elko, and also Aaron Asbury, 53. Make that stop for Lehman. Gain of close to 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6. Snap of the football will show about 3.5 minutes remaining.
Second and 7.
Dunn wants to throw, dumps it over the middle, got a completion there to Murray. Murray will be brought down at the 25-yard line by Schackner. That will be a first down, 1st and 10. Right hash mark, toward the right hash mark at the 25-yard line.
First down for the Vikings on the Cavs 26.
It's obviously the best sustained march the Academy's had since that first quarter.
And on that occasion, Mike, they had to go 43 yards. This time they started at the 9. They're at the 25, motion left. Dunn straight ahead to Smith. He'll cut it to the left, got some room. 15, 10, 5. It'll be 1st and goal Academy right around that 1-yard line.
by Cole Henson.
Henson credited with the trip up.
First and goal for the Vikings.
2 minutes, 50 seconds left.
About the 2.
Again, next week we should be somewhere between or in Dayton and Columbus, or slightly southeast thereof, depending on who wins tonight. This is Smith for the Dive Touchdown Academy. They're on the board for the second time this evening. Ironically, Mike, on a lopsided score, it looks like they will score first and last. This has been one of the great Lehman performances. Lehman won a playoff game at Fairbanks 2 years ago before losing to Twin Valley South. They lost in the opening round at Brookville last year. And then Brookville's head coach returned to Sydney as the head mentor. Extra point will be kicked. This is done. Got a pretty good foot into that. It's across North Street, and it's good. The score, Cavaliers 37, Columbus Academy with 14. Mike, let's begin to hit some highlights as we wrap up this evening's telecast.
Well, without a doubt, Adam Dunn has carried the ball.
Careful.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. Why did I say Adam Dunn?
I know why you said
Well,
it,
I know
because
why I
you're
said
such a baseball fan.
Yes, I am. Adam Hewitt for the Cavaliers, 179 yards, and has carried the ball 17 times tonight. Just has done a super job for Lehman. Tim Badgett has carried the ball 19 times for 53 yards. Lehman has done it with those two individuals all year, and they did it again tonight. Jim Dembski is 5 of 7 throwing the football. Have been the highlights tonight. Lehman's played just solid defense, have kept this high-powered offense under control, and they've been opportunistic, building on a 17-7 halftime lead, and have done just a good job of playing solid, straight-up defense and controlling the football game.
Cavaliers have 10 people very close. They're looking for an onside kick, though this issue is very much decided. Dunn will kick it. It takes the big hop. It's touched by Henson. It's alive. Who's got it? Academy. Definitely was touched by Lehman. Academy will retain it. You want that big bounce the third time the ball hits the ground, and they got exactly that. So the defensive unit comes out one more time. Academy football almost at midfield.
First and 10 from about the 50.
2:32 to go.
Now, that will not make the coaching staff of Lehman very happy, but you're right. That was a perfect kick.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you get them to bounce like that.
Did you ever onside kick?
We had one of the best. Mike Flanagan came in from the side and did it, and he could make that thing really hop on the third bounce. Yep, we did. There's a bad pitch. Jones picks it up, wants to throw it deep. That's underthrown, but it will come back to the receiver who adjusted to the ball and makes the catch. That's Gundy. Gundy Lane at the 16-yard line. He was working against Steepleton of Lehman. Gundy found the ball. Gundy Lane and Steepleton did not. So this belongs to Academy, first and 10.
First and 10 from the 16.
He'll go straight ahead with Smith. He'll cut it to the outside, gets to the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Shackner up. And Smith doesn't seem too enthused about whatever ensued there, but whatever. He goes back to the huddle. No flag.
He could have been congratulating the Lehman player.
Oh, no question. Yeah, that's just a little bit of a stretch.
Hey, though, you can see this team is from Columbus. They're still playing hard. Even though the score is insurmountable for them, they're still trying to get every point they possibly can.
Second down and about 3. They'll pitch to Jones at the corner, cuts it inside, stood up, and gang tackled.
Ray Jones off the left side.
Palmer, 42, one of several folks who got there for Lehman. Also Barhorst. Sometimes it's the way the scheme goes or the defender having a real good night against the guy across from him, but whatever the combination of factors, that name Barhorst has appeared a bunch this evening.
First and goal from the 6.
First and goal, 6-yard line for Academy. Minute 25 to play. The clock is moving after the first down. Wide sides to the right. This will be Jones straight ahead. He's close.
Ray Jones up the middle.
Academy saying they're in. Apparently that's not the case. Brady Bates credited with the Lehman stop. This issue pretty much decided when Lehman went ahead 24-7.
First and goal, less than 1.
And obviously that's been a couple of scores ago. Inside the 1. And they're in the end zone. Drew Johnson carried from the wing position and gets the touchdown. Extra point again will be kicked by Andrew Dunn, number 7, as the kicking unit's on the field.
Biggest loss for Academy this year will be their fine all everything, Andrew Dunn. He's a senior. They have a lot of underclassmen on the roster.
Oh yeah, and some talented ones. Here's the extra point. Looks pretty good and is. The score, the Lehman Cavaliers 37, Columbus Academy 21. We have 49 seconds to go. Mike, more updates.
Well, again, as you look at the statistics sheet, the Cavaliers really up until the last couple of minutes here have dominated the ball game. Lehman 17 first downs. Academy has got 8 first downs here in this fourth quarter to bring their total for the game to 12, but they were held to 4 through the first 3 quarters of this football game. And Academy's leading rusher on the ground, both Ray Jones and Scott Smith. Their 2 backs have 62 yards apiece, and Andrew Dunn, who Lehman really feared more than any of the other 2 maybe, has only got 47 yards running the football. Throwing, Dunn only 4 of 8 throwing. Has really not shown much touch tonight for me in the quarterback position. Has looked more to run and to make things happen that way.
And that was pretty much what Jeff Udelnick told us before the game. Here's the shift into the onside kick alignment. This one gets not the big hop this time, and the Cavaliers are on it. See as they unstack Justin Seger, number 19, pulls it away. And I believe we're looking at kneeling on the football twice to bring the festivities to an end here this evening. See what the flags are. Can't imagine, really. Up at the 48-yard line, we'll get an official indication. Unsportsmanlike against Academy. So we have had a couple of those, at least one each way in the recent going. Regrettable, but it's a team that's only lost once, and it's been a thoroughly dominated football game. But the sportsmanship throughout most of the evening has been pretty good. Lehman football looked for either a straight handoff or just take a knee. Clock won't start from 48 until the ball is snapped with the change of possession on the kickoff.
I think Lehman had maybe looked at trying to have Dembski run the football more tonight, but success with Hewitt and Badgett just didn't necessitate that tonight.
Yep. The way they're lined up, yep, Dembski takes a knee. Should have to do it once more. There we show 45. The ball should be declared ready for play with more than 25, necessitating one more snap. That happens with 32.
At the end of the ball game, we ask that all fans please stay off the field. Once again, we ask that all fans please stay off.
One more snap. Dale, this is one time you can zero in and not worry about where the ball's going. There is a good tight look at Jim Dembski for minus 1 or 2 yards rushing right on that play. Lehman has been incredibly impressive here this evening. Mike, take it away. 37-21 is the final verdict.
And at halftime tonight, Dave, it was 17-7. No score in the third quarter, but Lehman in the fourth quarter with 11:52 on a Hewitt 25-yard run. The kick ensued, and Lehman had their first second half points. Lehman scored twice more in that fourth quarter. 8:48 to go. Joel Henson picked off a pass and ran it back 44 yards. Again, the